People keep saying GEO is the new SEO, but here's the truth. GEO can never replace SEO. As a matter of fact, it can only sit on top of SEO. It's like saying when TikTok came, TikTok is the new social media. No. Right? TikTok cannot replace Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and the likes. It basically just gives another channel to reach more people. Right? And it's the same when it comes to SEO and AI. Although there is a lot of buzz, noise right now about the AI features that, AI is replacing search, Google search, Bing search, and all of the search engines, literally. But it's a lie. Or I might have even seen the headline, search is dead, SEO is dead, and the likes. And there are so many acronyms these days: GEO, IO, AIO, AI overview, and so on, right? And many marketers are rushing just to figure out the hacks, for these new channels, which is what I call it. But here's the problem. Without a strong traditional SEO, none of these channels can work for you. And I'll give you a very practical example. So there's a brand called Yala. Yala is a cross-border platform, a financial institution in Nigeria who has a branch in US, United Kingdom, and in Canada as well. And I worked on that project about a year and a half ago, a year to 2 years ago. And what happened? The brand they're already in business. But when they tell their customers their name, the customer says, I don't know you. And then when their customers goes online to search for Yala, they don't find them. And that raises a concern, right? So what did I do? I literally did a thorough research, and then I found out that their website was built with Framer. And don't get me wrong, Framer is not wrong. Framer is used for quick stuff. As a matter of fact, Framer is a platform for designers. If you want to design a very sleek, intuitive, smart landing page, Framer is your go-to-go. But then do not rely on Framer as like if you want just quick MVP, Framer. But if you want to now scale, then you have to move away from Scrap, because there are limitations to the back end in terms of what you can do with SEO. As you want to implement schema, you want to write on JavaScript, you want to write, there are limits to things that you can do with Framer. And then all the conversations around trying to build them a new website is not going well, so I just moved on to the next thing, which is to build a blog for them, right? Building a blog for them requires that I gain access to their hosting platform, or they install what I need for me, but they couldn't do, so I just decided to request for the access. So I created the subdomain, which is blog.useyala.com. Useyala is their website, right? Useyala.com is their website. So I built a blog on a subdomain, blog.useyala.com. And then I designed the entire blog using their brand guide, their color, their font, and everything. As a matter of fact, I had their graphic designer to design how the blog should look, and then he designed it in Framer, and then I converted it into WordPress. Then having done that, then I come up with the architecture of the blog. What's the topmost thing? Then I followed, and the layers, and what will be the categories of the content that will be on there. Did a proper content mapping. Did a content map for the brand. What should be said, in what order it should be said, who are the primary target audience, who are the secondary target audience, what's the value that the brand is offering, what are the needs of their target audience. Then I worked with one of the finest content writer, Favor Ajileye. Shout out to you, Favor. She's an amazing writer. She wrote the content. If you go to blog.useyala.com, you would see she's the author of most of the articles on there, right? And we churned out not even up to 20 articles. I don't think it's up to 20 articles that we wrote, that we did for them, right? But then they were useful content to the user. Talking in terms of for customers who want options, they want alternatives for a particular thing that they do, right? So we basically targeted that, and then we created, thorough, helpful content. And for a brand who was struggling, in fact, it was not even showing anywhere, in the search, to start showing on Google on the first page, that's what can happen when you do thorough traditional SEO. Part of the things we did was to do content syndication. I haven't written some articles and published on the website. We wrote some other articles and syndicated the content. We also did link building, and indexed the website, started monitoring, doing more optimization, and in no time the brand started showing up in search, and now the brand is on the first page of Google, not just on the first page of Google, on number 2. Now, let me tell you the tricky part of it. The name that this brand uses is Yala. Their brand name is Yala. Now, their website is use.yala.com. Now, there is a cryptocurrency platform. There's a crypto brand that is called Yala.org. Very big, internationally known. And then there's also Yala, YALLA, Yala, that is listed on the stock exchange. I think United States Stock Exchange. Huge brand, right? And then there is now Yala. Yala is also a language in a local government in Nigeria. Local government in Cross River in Nigeria. Yala is a local government and it's a language. It's their language, right? Imagine competing with such strong entities. Yala as spelled is a local government. That's an entity. It is also a language. That's a very huge entity. That makes the local government entity stronger. Now there are also other Yala brand who use the exact word as the exact phrase in their URL, as their URL. Whereas this brand is they're not using it directly, they're even saying use Yala. It's not a word, right? So you see the competition. And then there are other brands too who have Yala in their names, were existing before this brand, and the list goes on and on. So the reason why I'm saying it is just to let you know how competitive it was. Now, ranking for your brand name, like I said, it shouldn't be like of course, it's a must for your brand to be seen. When people search for your branded keywords, they should find you. And when they search for your non-branded keywords, but then you should start from the known to the unknown, right? So we started from Yala, and then gradually we would eventually move to when we resume back the project, because the project has been paused for over a year now. So all I'm telling you right now is that what we did was done like almost a year ago, right? And it is still working. No, so don't get me wrong, sorry, the project kicked off last year, literally last year, not 2 years ago, last year, right? And so I did nothing special for AI, and that's a fact. I did nothing special for AI, and yet, as you can see here, Google AI overview is referencing Yala, even on the list of all the words, all the entities that it could identify as Yala. It also recognized that there's a Yala, that is the financial business, right? A company, is a Yala financial company, a company that is the financial stuff, right? So if you do not do your traditional SEO right, there is nothing that GEO or AI will be pulling from, because they have to pull from a foundation, right? Before you can start to do any external thing, right? So before you jump into the next big shining things, right? GEO, AI, or whatever acronym they use these days, make sure your traditional SEO is rock solid, because that's what feeds everything else, right? So if you find this video very useful, please follow me for more real SEO strategies that works, without the hypes. And if you like, comment and share this video. If you have some questions that you would like me to answer, please drop it in the comment section below. If you have something to add, please drop it in the comment section. If you have some minors, and I'll see you in the next video.